Microdosing mushroom.
You have one on you? Come on, let's do it right now, Wiz. Big Boy's Neighborhood. All righty, man. I've been waiting for this day.
Yep.
Wiz Khalifa, welcome back to the neighborhood, man.
What up? What up?
How are you doing, brother?
I'm really good.
You smell amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you smell like what I don't partake, but I love the smell of it.
I just feel like y'all sprayed like Lysol or something when I came in.
Well, you know what we do, man? We clean up the studio for everybody when they come in.
Oh, that's what it was.
Not the way it looked, but just disinfect, because it looked crazy in here.
I thought y'all sprayed it like after I walked in.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Hey, man. And, can you imagine? Oh, my God. Does that guy smoke? Hey, man, I asked Wiz when he came in. I said, Wiz, can you still smell Kush? Can you still smell weed? And you said
First thing in the morning, yeah, but no.
You can't smell it now?
No, I can't
What
smell
time
it.
do you get up?
I get up at 5 in the morning.
Okay, so about 5 hours later, you do you smoke is that a morning ritual for you too, like a routine?
Yeah, pretty much. I do a lot of things before I smoke.
Right.
Especially when I'm at home. Like I got my kids and I got my dogs and stuff like that.
So you got to do the father and the walking around thing
Absolutely,
first.
absolutely.
Do you cold plunge?
I
didn't know that was funny. Was that random?
Because when I said I woke up at 5 a.m., you like, do you cold?
Right? Yeah. No, because some people, that's their like routine.
Yeah,
they get up early and they hit that cold plunge, man.
I'm gonna add that to it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a
hey, man,
cold
that was one of the
plunge
things where he was like, "Damn, Big, I never thought about getting up at 5 in the morning and dipping my body into ice water." But I guess, do you work out every morning,
Yeah,
Wiz?
I work out every day.
Hey, Wiz, I remember years ago you told us, you was like, yeah, man, I'm going to put on some size. I'm going to take martial arts.
Yeah.
And, you listen to people and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you haven't stopped.
Never stopped.
You know who told us that you was going to hold on and you was going to do it?
Who?
Amber.
She was right.
Hey, dude, she said when he says he's going to do something,
Yeah.
she was like, he do it.
Yeah.
And are you still into martial arts now?
Yeah, it's been 8 years.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Fire security and everything. Huh?
Bro, I used to be walking around the streets, yo.
Yeah, you be like, I wish a motherfucker would. Hey, man, what brought you to martial arts, though, man?
Really, I just reached the age where I felt like I needed another discipline in my life.
Right.
And music is cool and stuff like that, but martial arts helps me be a better person.
Yeah, man.
And the more that I started to do it, the more I realized that it was bringing the best out of me.
And what about the energy of people that you connected with, too?
Yeah, absolutely. I meet a lot of great people, and just being around people who are awesome at what they do, I think that just helps me elevate my game. And, music is one thing, and being creative, being in the studio, I love that. But in martial arts, you just get a little bit better every day. So I kind of just got hooked on getting just a little bit better every day, and it just feels really good.
And what's the discipline you study? Or that you practice are you MMA or you practice?
Yeah, I'm mixed martial arts, but I mainly do stand up and striking, so it's like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and Taekwondo.
That's why I was going to ask you about the Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai.
When did you start Muay Thai?
Same time, everything.
Like
I've been doing it for 8 years.
What were your shins like? Because usually with Muay Thai, they throw a lot of people in there. They like 5.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I couldn't imagine somebody saying, "Hey, man, in my 20s, 30s, like, hey,
Yeah.
Muay Thai."
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, you can hit me from here up, but don't kick nothing below.
It takes a lot of repetition, because the bag is definitely a hard bag, or the pads, they're not soft. But after a while, you kind of get used to them, and you learn how to like position your body and balance, and that's when you really learn how to hit and follow through. And after a while, you don't even feel it.
Hey, man, you really stayed with it, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I've been playing around with it for like at least, my son is 18.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing around with it for the last at least 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm on a advanced white belt.
Okay.
Right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a dirty white belt.
You see my videos. Yeah. Hey, man, do you ever see people when they fighting on like people put up social media pieces and I'm like, man, you should take that down.
Nah, I think everybody should try it at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's based off of a feeling. Like when you try and then you feel good, that's what makes you want to post post those videos.
But you fell in love with it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that they don't look that good, but I don't think it's about the look. It's about the feeling.
I don't know. I could share something with you. You'd be like, yeah, big, I think I agree with you on this.
I've seen some fools like who really don't look that good, but I'm proud of them for trying.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for them for trying.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to upload one today then. I was going to see what you were going to say, man. Kush OJ 2, man. It is here. It has arrived, bro. Why does this one, between the bodies of music, why does this one get that Kush OJ title?
Because when I started working on it about a year ago, I knew that was pretty much going to be the most exciting title for anybody. And like subconsciously, it gave me something to live up to.
Right.
Like it gave me like a challenge. It gave me a bar to work towards. And it helped me, bring the best out of myself. And it helped me to bring the best for my fans as well and the people who expect the best from me. So it was just something that I knew that if I were to do anything else and try to make some concept up or, make the coolest new thing, it wouldn't compare to what, the excitement behind Kush and Orange Juice.
But you knew going in what it was and what you was working towards. It wasn't like you was a few songs in and said, man, I could just call this Kush OJ. Like you knew what you were going into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, and when you say the challenge, that's one thing I was thinking of as well, because that's one of those where when you have something that's a legacy, and then when you put something next to it, sometimes that can get scary.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you said you was up for the challenge and you knew exactly, and you put yourself to a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. I put myself to the challenge, and I tapped in with my fans, my core fan base, and the people who support me and love me the most. And I really asked them, and I put things out and seen what they reacted to and what they didn't react to. And I used that as the guide for it, as opposed to just trying to create something out of my imagination or trying to just take people to a level and, potentially going over people's heads.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to hit the mark. So I really had to tap in and get in my bag as well. Like, when you hear me on these songs, you're hearing the best of the best version of myself, whether it be production or whether it be lyrically or concept-wise. I'm really bringing it to the point where you can't really question the integrity of it. And that was the most satisfying part about making the music for me, is that I knew it was going to hit for the people who, I made it for.
But you know what's wild about that, Wiz, that when you say the people I made it for, right? Because we fell in love with Kush OJ. You know what I'm saying? Like we fell in love with it.
Right.
And then you still get that nostalgia from 2, but you also get like it's this growth that you didn't get away from our OG, but there's a growth that you're hearing there too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
And it's one thing where it's like, we know you smoking, we know we partying, we know there's certain things like that, but then there's also, man, where you tap into moms, you tap into bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what life is. Life is like, it's like this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what music should be also, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you don't contradict nothing. You don't keep yourself in a box. And I think that's what you accomplished out of this project, bro.
It made me really comfortable, all of these songs, to approach them the way that I did, because I knew that if I played them in front of certain people or crowds, that they would appreciate it and they would love it. It didn't make me feel like I didn't do it right or that I need to do more. It made me feel like if I went back and forth with them and had a conversation, that they would agree with what I was doing and be like, this is what we want to hear. So knowing that, and also being able to speak from a point where I'm at right now in my life and the things that are important to me now. And if you're in those situations, this is going to help you navigate and go through that. It's really important for me to speak from that and to create from that standpoint, rather than a place that's not real to me and that's not going to be real to the people who I'm trying to entertain for the next 10 or 15 years. So it was really, really important for me to just know and be sure in myself that I was the best representation of the current Wiz, while, bringing that nostalgia that people already let me know that they wanted to embrace. They already told me they love that old Wiz. They love that 2010 feeling. They love that blog era feeling. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's what y'all want. I got you.
But you know what's wild about you, man? I never heard the connection, and maybe you heard it. or you felt it from somebody. But I never felt like, you know how some people say, man, I miss the old Kanye. I never really heard I miss the old Wiz. Had you heard? You did?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Damn, that's good. But what? How does that make you? Not make you feel, but because I think I went on a Wiz Khalifa growth, and I never felt abandoned.
Right.
And I never felt like, man, what this do? Because I remember one time, man, I was on a radio affiliate hit, and I think I was in Utah or something. We just happened to stop by. We happened to be in the same city and stayed at the same time. And I remember I went to your show.
Yep, I do remember.
And I was watching the show, and I was like, Wiz is a fucking rock star. That's the first time it hit me.
Yeah.
And I think with that, I think you've had a chance to have, not different Wizzes, but we just all say, man, that's Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's Wiz talking about blowing trees, if it's Wiz want to take you to one of the most beautiful songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all Wiz.
Yeah.
So that's crazy that you say, I've heard people say, I miss the old Wiz Khalifa.
For sure. Like, I've heard people say it, but I think that those people thought that I forgot about my core.
Right.
Just because I branched out and am successful at other things. And I just feel like me being in my bag is me being in my bag. But as a fan, I see how that can get, blurry because I'm not making the music that they're used to me making on a consistent basis.
Right.
And while that music I love and is the core, that's not what pays the bills. So I have to be great at, making hits and worldwide music as well. And which, like you said, when you come to the show, you can experience that. You can see the difference between the reaction of the core stuff and when the hits come on.
Right.
I just did a show where I came out and I was doing the core stuff, and it was nice. It was amazing. But as soon as the hits came on, everybody got out of their seat. So you can't blame me for that. But those are also the people who say, I miss old Wiz and things like that. But I don't take offense to it. I just feel like my music people have a connection with my music. So it's bigger than just the music. It's the experiences that they had to it. So they just want those memories again. They want to feel like that again, all over again. And they want to push me to be the best version of myself to create that for them. So they're not asking me to do anything that I can't really do. They're like, I just want you to get in your bag and do what I'm used to you doing. I want you to dress how I'm used to you dressing. Right. I want you to rap how I'm used to you rapping. And I'll be good.
Hey man, how do you take that though? Because you're extra good with it, as opposed to, man, fuck y'all. I take roll with me.
I take it well because my career is based off of my connection with my fans. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if
so many years later. You know what I'm saying? And you know that.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my fans explaining to people how cool I am, or the reason that you should listen to my mixtape or watch my video or come to my show. My fans are the ones who do that, and then the higher ups, then they start messing with me. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You've been rocking with me forever because you've seen how hard I work. But if you're just a fan of Wiz Khalifa, you know me better than anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I understand and I'm cool with connecting with them and doing stuff just for them and seeing the results from it, because I know that they're the ones who's going to take me to the next levels of my career.
What is Kush and OJ 2? What is that to you?
Kush and OJ 2 to me is the rebirth.
Right.
Yeah. You're allowed to be reborn. I do yoga and we do a pose at the beginning and the end of every class. And it's like, every day is a new day. So you're allowed to rebirth yourself as whatever you want to be. You can be the new version of yourself and you can be the best, version of who you can be right now. And that's exactly what Kush and Orange Juice is. It's the best version of who I am right now.
Right, at the moment.
Yeah.
And you know what I love about that? Because do you feel like other projects too was at the moment? And it was like, man, this is what I'm feeling right now. And you take it, and then we take those moments and want those moments to last forever.
Right.
Which they do and they don't at some point.
Right.
But do you feel like other music was at the moment as well? And that's probably why we latch onto it so much?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I was just really good at navigating through my career musically and business-wise. And some projects were a lot more intentional than others. That's why I have certain moments. And then there's mixtapes and albums that connect with people like Taylor Alderdice, Cabin Fever, 28 Grams, that sound nothing like Kush and Orange Juice, but still resonate with fans as well. And I'm just happy to be able to, wherever I'm at that moment, or wherever I'm at mentally, be able to bring people there. But also where I'm at now is just so much time and so much experience that it doesn't even compare to anything that I've ever done, because I've learned so much and I've gathered so much information, and that's the way that I'm approaching it in the game that I'm able to give.
Let me ask you this, man. Now, and I can say, people say, man, Wiz is a brand, Wiz is a mega star. You know what I'm saying? But why is it important for you to not come back, but even come in? Like, you could have said, hey, Big, I want to sit with you, man. Could you come by the house? Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why go back to what we call the basics as well? You know what I'm saying? And do an interview. Like, because not that you're past it or beyond it, but a lot of people don't do that, Wiz, as I'm sitting in this chair. Why is that important to you?
I really love this, and I know what is important, like I said, with my fans, that got me far. And I also know what's important in music, just in general, in the business or with relationships or with just taking it beyond the music with your project. And that formula never goes away. And for me, it's really important to get in front of everything that I do. I get in front of all of my businesses. That's why they're successful. I get in front of my, just my personal happiness. That's why I'm successful at that. So with my art and my craft, I'm going to do the exact same thing and hopefully try to set the bar for people who want to do the same. Like, the success for me with putting a record out is getting it out. Like, it's not it going number one, or it would be nice to get a number one.
Right. But
like, that's not successful to me. Like, getting the record out, explaining it, connecting with people, making sure that it resonates and that it creates an experience with you rather than just rely on the music.
Hey, man, and you put together a body of music.
Yeah.
And you say you started a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago this month.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about that, man? I was talking with our guy Chuck, and we were just talking about, like, Kush and OJ. It's almost to this month as well. The first project.
Yeah, 15 years.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's by design or by holy divine. You know what I'm saying?
Usually is.
But it's wild, because when you look at the project, Wiz, you didn't sleep at all on this project. You have the right collaborators, the right producers, the right sound. And when you listen to certain songs, how do you know that Juicy J's on this? Which I felt like when with Juicy, that's in his pocket. Or when you say, man, I want to get Problem Jason on this one. No, this sound like Quick.
Right.
Is that by design?
Yeah.
When you go in and say, man, who a collaborator is or who a producer is?
I really just let it happen. Like, this was a really good process for me, like, just being sensitive to what should and shouldn't happen. And a lot of the times I would create some stuff, and it might be I'm right there in the room with the person, and the energy is just so, electric, like the song with OT Genesis.
Oh, my God.
That song, we made that maybe a year ago, but it stayed on the list because the energy of it, and just like, we knew that was one of them ones when we made it. Like, sometimes you just know it's one of them ones. And then sometimes you have to put it together, like the record with Currency and Terrace Martin that's produced by TM. So I got the beat from TM and I wrote my verse.
So
and then,
talented too, bro.
Yeah, really talented. And and I really just kind of just put it all together just based off of what I was hearing at the time. And then when you hear the end of it, it's like a freaking full composition. So you have like a lot of stuff that is right off the cuff, like the energy that's there, and then you have things that were composed over time. And I think that just adds to the the feeling and the I don't know, like the integrity of the production on there. You can really feel that. Like,
hey, you know what I love too, man? It is not just the West Coast. It's the people you went and got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's just this sound that DJ Quick, like there's a sound that Quick have.
Yep.
That's just his.
Yeah.
Like it's a signature sound.
Yep.
You know, Mike Will, there's a sound. Like there's just these things that I went and I was like, man, you know how some people say, oh, I got to get such and such.
Right.
You know, and these are our such and such. These are such and such.
Yeah.
But the like Quick, to me, Quick is a genius. And Quick, the same with like a Ty Dolla $ign.
Right.
These dudes work and you don't know how much they're working.
Right.
Like Quick could take them little narrow ass fingers and that you know how he in the board and you think it's something perfect and he want to redo it.
Yep.
You know, but I love what you created with real creators.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's what it was all about. Making a real sound, because a lot of people can identify the West Coast influence of just the Kush and Orange Juice sound in general. So walking into it, I already knew that it was West Coast influenced, and it's going to resonate with that sound. So I wanted to get one of the best, or some of the best, out here. You know, not only music wise, but sonically.
Right.
Just so it's up there with the greats. So I wanted it to sound like, you know, Dr. Dre, or, you know, Doggy Style, or, you know what I mean? Anything.
And it's mixed clean too.
Yeah,
and it was
or
Mike G beats that I was speaking of.
Mike,
that's what I was speaking
Mike
of.
G, Mike and Keys, even Cardo. Cardo is really inspirational to the Kush and Orange Juice sound. Like, all of the fans are like, you better have Cardo on that album.
What are the fans saying? Like early on.
The fans, they're saying you did it, bro.
Yeah, man.
They're like, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. I wasn't nervous.
Right.
If I was nervous, I might have held it back a little bit more.
Hey, man. Do you know how to get out of your own way, though? You know how sometimes, like when you listen to the body of music, right? And if you look at the track numbers, it's probably like 23, but it almost officially ends at 18.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. It does. It does. It does. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so when you listen to that, when do you know it's time for you to let your baby go and present it?
I think, see, there's no like real, you know, exact answer with this project. We worked so much to get to that point that I knew that we were finally there. Yeah, it was time. And we were looking at 4/18 as the date, because it was like, that's the perfect time right before 4/20.
Yeah.
So it's like, if we're going to make 4/18, we need to be done by this time. So I worked literally until that last day, like the last hour that I had, and then I turned it in.
So you gave yourself deadline for real.
Yeah, but
because
like
you know on 420 you wanted to smoke and the world wanted to smoke to it.
Exactly.
Right.
I wanted to take.
What did you do for
advantage of
420? I know at some point you had popped out to Coachella.
Yeah, I went to Coachella.
Was that on 420?
Nah, that wasn't.
Okay.
That was last weekend.
Last weekend.
I did Red Rocks. I performed at Red Rocks.
Is that the spot in
Denver?
Hey, dude, how beautiful is that
It's
spot?
really nice.
We were talking today about bucket list.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that popped in my head as a bucket list.
You should have came over there yesterday or the day before on Sunday. That's when it was.
The next time you go, I'll know.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you. It was
Let's
me.
go on our birthday. We got the same birthday, man.
Yep.
Let's just make a trip.
Absol, Larry June, Chevy, and I closed it out, and we sold it out.
Oh, hey man, that's
and the weather
beautiful,
was nice.
Yeah, and that's
Everybody
a beautiful
was
location.
Smoking. Yeah, it was tight.
Hey man, do you get a lot of people that want to smoke with you? Because I don't smoke, right?
Yeah.
But when I see you, I'm like, I want to smoke with him. The same with Dog.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't start there.
Yeah.
You know,
you should.
Man.
You should. You got to start at the top of the top.
Like okay, yeah.
Because then
that's like throwing me into the pool.
Turn everybody down after that. You be like, man, I smoke with Snoop, Wiz. Like, why would I smoke with you, fool?
That is true. Then I have to keep smoking. It's like you, Burner, Be Real, and Snoop.
Yeah.
And I remember early on, it used to be like Red Man and Method Man. But now, when I see you, you know, no pun intended. When I see you, like you are one of them. I'm like, man, if I ever, and I can never say never. You know what I'm saying? I got this torn rotator cuff, and at some point I'm gonna be smoking something.
Now that I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that I know.
Do you still get high?
Yeah. Yeah, I get really high. That's what I do it for.
Yeah.
If I stopped getting high, then I wouldn't.
Hey man, have you ever stopped? Like I remember Dog at one point. Dog stopped.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. And like a real stop, not like one of those, I'm giving up smoke. And it was a fucking grill he was trying to sell to us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smokeless grill. But have you stopped, like in the last 10 years, 15 years, have you said, man?
Nah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
He was like, have you stopped breathing, Big? Have you stopped blinking?
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Really though? What am I missing? And I think I asked you this before.
What are you missing?
Yeah.
About being stoned?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like if I get stoned, I want to get stoned like you.
Yeah.
Because you always have the, I don't know how much of that is Wiz and how much is that is
It's all
Kush.
me. It's all me.
Okay, yeah. So I won't get high like you then.
Nah, you will, but you'll just be like, you'll be your version of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own version of it. I think mainly it's just finding out like your routine.
Right.
So it's like probably after work or something like that, when everything is done, when you're at the crib, you chilling, the sun's going down, few puffs.
Let it go.
You know what I mean? I feel like you would be like a talkative stoner, like you would be like real philosophical, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, dude, that's crazy, Wiz, that you said that because I went and did the hot boxing thing with Be Real.
Yeah.
Where they put you in the Cadillac and they smoke you out. They smoke out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't smoke, but we did the interview and they closed everything up.
Yeah.
Bro. It was bad.
That smoke box killed
him,
bro.
The smoke box.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And you talking about philosophical, bro.
Yeah.
I thought I was Socrates, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
It was bad. And I think I went too far. There's a place that I was cool, but I think I went past that.
I can see that.
Yeah, and it wasn't enjoyable for
That's
me.
all
Man.
good.
Yeah.
You ever microdose shrooms yet?
No.
You gotta try that.
What
too.
is that?
Microdosing mushrooms.
Man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker said I'm in.
Yeah.
So okay, what is microdosing mushrooms? Like what am I doing?
You're gonna eat a microdose, like a 0.5 of mushrooms, and you're gonna just pretty much just chill out.
Will I sleep?
No.
Oh, see, I need something to go to sleep.
Yeah. These are gonna keep you up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, my bills keep me up already.
Yeah.
Man, I got macro bills. You know?
Yeah, microdose those bills.
Right. Are you on anything right now?
Just weed.
Can I go out or am I at the house?
On shrooms?
Yeah.
You can go out.
Damn.
Yeah, on a microdose for sure. It's cool to be out. It's cool to like function. These just make you happy. These make you like, hey, what's up, man? How's your day? Hey, what's
Dude,
up?
I had
what's
some
up, tree?
Who's the tree, huh? Who's the tree? Hey, man, I remember I had knee surgery and they gave me some pharmaceutical shit. It was it began with an N. It was too much though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had me all. I was at a George Lopez concert, bro, and I was just like hugging everybody.
Yeah,
it was too much though. Yeah,
one.
it began with an N, Nordone or something. It was and I was like, man, never again. Never again,
but those
bro.
are different though, because I feel like that's pharmaceutical, and I feel like with the shrooms and even weed, it's it's trees. So.
Right. Do you smoke?
I smoke a little bit.
Well, you're fired. Y'all heard? Thank you, Wiz, for coming in.
Right now.
Hey man, why do I want to try that microdosing? I don't want to say what I get this. I don't want to burn nobody
actual
else.
mushroom, or is it some type of liquid thing? When you say microdosing, I'm thinking like little drops or something like that.
Oh,
But
no.
it's actually just a little piece of mushroom?
Yeah, it's like a little piece. They got it in pill form if you take pills, or you could do it in a gummy, like a little piece of candy.
Right.
Yeah.
Different forms.
You're like with a piece of candy, like with your former fat ass. I know you're 500 pounds. We know you like candy, big. Yeah, man.
You put it in burgers.
Yeah. What is this? What is this, man? Hey, man, how have you been on your health journey, though?
I've been good.
Yeah, man. Physically, mentally, you good?
Really good.
Really,
man.
though?
I'm in the best shape of my life, physically and mentally. My son is 12.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah. I just had a daughter. Like, she's 9 months.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. And it's like,
have you seen a difference between and I know your little one is not even a year yet, right? But have you seen a difference between Bash and Kay? Have you seen a difference, like even already, even in you as a dad?
I think just me as a dad, I'm in a better space, like just as my age and my time and experience. But I'm glad, I've been able to have Sebastian and to learn and to grow through parenting him. And I'm still learning stuff about
every
parenting
day, bro.
with him. Like, I just learned how much time I got to spend just actually talking to him, because we do a lot of stuff and we chill and we kick it, but sometimes we need to just talk, like with him just freely, like, you know, I'm just saying stuff, like, and just me listening. And I just now learned that with him. And with my daughter, you know what I mean? She's 9 months, so it's like I'm just singing everything to her, just
right.
so she smiles. You know,
Singing an album to her.
You're not singing "Baby Girl" on the way to her, are you? You hear the lyrics? You
better not.
No? Can I show you the lyrics? You heard the lyrics?
No, what? Oh Lord, here we go.
Why are you bringing up my lyrics?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Because I know the song.
All righty. That's right out the way. I don't even need to go down. I don't need to make it to a chorus or anything. Baby girl on the way. We've been fucking for a while. There it is. Hey, man, it's crazy because now my daughter is 16, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what keep me at, you know, protecting myself, shooting range, just in case. You know, and my son just turned 18. Mm-hmm. And like how you were saying, even with Bash, it's like this parent thing is every day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. And no matter what tour, what album, whatever, this is the hardest job that we have in our lives, man, is building human beings.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And what they see and what they hear.
Yep.
And even with when people say traumas, people say trauma's like a bad word. Mm-hmm. But even some of the things and patterns and traumas that we learned that we didn't even know.
Right.
And now that you recognize things, you're like, oh, I can't even lay that on my kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different way of parenting.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot. And there's things that you never thought that you would have to talk to your kid about, that you end up having to have conversations about. And it's like, okay, not what would I do in this situation, but how do I help them now navigate through this? Because I'm not them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even go through what they're telling me that they're going through right now. Or I never even said what they just told me right now. So how do I even, like, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, and you got to think, too, is your son, is he on social media?
Not, yeah.
And see, that's another thing. Yeah. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm looking at my kids and I'm looking at like screen time or even protecting your energy. Yeah. Like when I was in school, man, it was like, you know, if you went to school from 8 to 3, if there was a situation where somebody was being bullied, it was only from 8 to 3. And then in the summer, there was times I didn't see no one during the summer.
Right.
And now if somebody's being bullied, it's group text. It's all day, every day. It's people jumping in. It's a whole different breed that we're raising right now, man. And everything is geared to pull them further away from us. Yeah. That's why our tug of war is a mother right now, man.
It's difficult because, you know, like you said, they're able to contact each other all day.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, sometimes I will tell my son, like, give me your phone for this amount of time, because you don't even need to be in contact with these kids for all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even me, I'm 37, so I was born at the end of the 80s. But we still had like house phones when I was a kid, so you couldn't call somebody all day, all the time.
Hell no.
There was only an amount of time, you know what I mean?
I couldn't imagine the access. Yeah. If I was 12, 13 years of age, and I can get a device and type in titties. Free. Yeah. Free. And it just pop up.
Gotta throw the free in there, bro.
Oh my God, man. There's just some things that you wish you had back then, and there's some things you're like, nah, I'm straight. But just the access to the world too, man, is totally different. Man.
Yeah, it is.
So you do a lot of dad time?
Yep.
Yeah, you have
a lot of dad time, a lot of just talking to him time, a lot of, you know, playing basketball or like, you know, hitting the pads. We'll work out. I'm teaching them how to box and how to kick and how to move around and stuff like that.
Giving that an F for that FAFO, huh? That fuck around and find out. That's what you give
him. Nah, for real. Because instead of like, you know, tossing him into a program and, you know, well, I take him to a basketball program because I can't teach him like the fundamentals of that. But I've been, you know, doing MMA for 8 years, so I got the basics of that down. So I'm like, instead of like throwing him in a program, I'm like, nigga, I'll just run you through it. Like at the crib, I got a nice little program for
like
you.
Anybody gonna beat you up, it'd be me. You know what I'm saying?
And we have fun, we learn. He's really into it. Like he'll wake up and be like, yo, let's put the gloves on, let's hit the mitts. And like he's just really into the technique of it too, which I like because it's not just about beating people up. Like it's just learning every day, learning, and then you get the chance to apply it.
And that's what I tell my son and my kids as well, man. Even on my end, I'm not offensive, right? But my defense is immaculate.
Yeah,
like you gonna know. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know, and I don't have the spirit or the energy anymore to just be like, oh man, Yeah. But if I do something, then it's your fault.
I mean, a lot of it too is like having the confidence to walk away,
right?
Because you could save a lot just by walking away, like and just making it home safe, like not even getting into it. But if you have a lot of pressure where people make you feel like you a punk or whatever. There's a difference between not beating somebody up because you can,
right,
and not beating somebody up because you're scared to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like I'd rather him have the confidence to just be like, you know what, like we'll do this another time.
How did you put the muscle weight on?
Lifting and eating.
Damn.
Yeah, and sleeping too.
I never thought that I would have a problem gaining weight. Because I was over 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to put on like muscle mass and all kind of stuff. What are you eating? Hey, dude, I'm taking a full interview for my benefit. This dude got an album out, all kind of shit.
It's really like the times, the amount of time. I mean, not the amount of times, the amount or times that I eat. So sometimes I'll eat like 4 times a day. Or 6 times a day, but it's like smaller meals. And then sometimes I'll just eat 3 big meals. And
what does that consist of?
And have protein shakes. But it's really just it's basic shit like protein, starch, and vegetable. Like nothing crazy. A lot of fruits for snacks and stuff like that for that natural sugar. A lot of water, and protein.
Damn.
Yeah, I do a lot of protein shakes. Like
you do a lot of lift. Wait, go ahead.
Twice a day, protein shakes if you can. 2 a day, like once in the morning and once after you work out.
Damn. And do you work out every day?
Yeah, I lift 5 days a week.
And are you doing heavy lifting or are you doing reps?
Nah, I do regular reps because I hurt my back, so I ain't really trying to do all that heavy shit.
Yeah.
I'll do like some heavy chest shit, but I don't really do
because
I don't load nothing up on my back.
That worked for you, man.
Yeah.
But you know what that showed me too? That if you put in the hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's probably why mine ain't working.
But too, a lot of people don't like to do legs. You got to do legs.
Yeah, I do legs.
You do legs?
Yeah.
Because your legs grow everything. So if you do like a lot of legs and glute exercises, it pumps like testosterone and it just motivates that growth everywhere else.
Get a better blood flow.
Yeah.
Damn,
Pump the legs
that,
up.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not gonna go work out with you. There's just some people you don't want to work out with, and you just happen to be one of those. Like I don't want to come home and be hurt and be like, "Babe, I thought you was with Wiz." Like, nah, he didn't show up. He definitely didn't show up, man. Is there a tour coming for you too?
Yeah.
You're going to do all this again, huh?
Yep, I'm doing it all over. I'm doing a tour. It's called Taylor Gang the World Tour. It's going to be like...
I got to bring out my Taylor Gang sweatsuit.
Yeah, exactly.
We
got to get you a new one too.
Yeah, damn. Why you saw me sneaking to that concert with the last one? Yeah. So you when do you think you head out?
In May. It starts in May.
May? Oh, yeah. Oh, so you gone.
Yeah, it starts in May. That's the first leg. And then it goes into June or July. And then I start my big amphitheater tour after that. We haven't announced it yet, like the lineup or anything like that. But the Taylor Gang the World Tour is like more intimate, just to create, that sense of urgency so people want to buy tickets and they want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to perform a lot of the new music and test things out for the bigger stage later. So it's going to be really, really essential that everybody shows up to the Taylor Gang the World Tour, which they will.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going to want to come get stoned.
You know what, man? And we said this before. You know how to appear and disappear very well.
Yeah.
Like when you want to be seen, you know how to pop out.
Yeah.
When you don't want to be, it's like,
Yeah.
And that's by design for you. Because you don't have to be out.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Nah. I'm not one of those people. My fans make me who I am. So if I'm not doing stuff for my fans, you ain't gonna really see me.
Yeah. Or a favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's been some pop-ups. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we showed up.
Relationships.
Yeah.
For sure. You know I'm big on relationships.
Hell
so
yeah.
We got a lot of the same homies. So when I pop out, you usually be there to cut too.
I'm like, hey, how you doing, boss lady? Okay, I'm in and out of this one. Man. Hey, man, is there a gift and a curse to you being to the Wiz Khalifa thing? Because Wiz, how tall are you? Like 6'4", 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
Okay, so you if I saw you, I'd be like, oh, that's Wiz. How are you in public with just being recognized.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind taking pictures and stuff like that. If there's a lot of people, I usually say no because I'll be like, if I say yes to you, then I gotta say yes to everybody. If I'm with my kids, I say no because this motherfucker could run over here while I'm taking a picture with you and something happens. So that's an instant no. But other than that, I'm pretty chill. Like I'm usually pretty cool. I'm not like with a bunch of people. I don't have a huge crowd or a huge.
Wiz coming through.
Yeah. And like when I move around, I'm usually like I do normal stuff. I go to the gym. I go to yoga. You know what I mean? So like I'm pretty normal. Like
when did Bash know you were famous?
As soon before as soon as he could recognize anything, he been knew that.
Did he recognize you were famous because people that came up to you or something you could do for him?
I think he recognized I was famous by shit. We had him on stage before he was 1 year old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
little
you see, yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Because there's a moment, right, where it's almost like, okay, it's a basketball game or it's like a Taylor Swift or Beyonce concert or something that the kids, that's when they like,
yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
But you said that Bash had that early on.
Yeah, he had it early on. He knew what was up.
Do you enjoy being famous?
I do. I enjoy my fame.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm not trapped by it.
Yeah, man.
It's not something that like I like wish would go away because blah blah blah. Like it just hurt. Like
sucks to be me.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like that. Like I said, I'm able to live my normal life, and I wouldn't sacrifice my normal life for the famous part. It's just I work hard.
Yeah,
I grew up in the social media era, so putting yourself out there is a part of what I do. But it doesn't make or break me, and that's not a part of like, you know what I'm saying? I think, it doesn't hold me back.
What's the Wiz Khalifa? You know how people have privilege? Like people can say, oh, that's white privilege. But we all got privilege.
Yeah.
Pretty girls got privilege because they can go to a club and they can have $1 in their pocket. And they're going to get drunker than anybody in there. I don't think there's one woman that actually say, oh, yeah, girl, we paid for VIP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the Wiz Khalifa privilege that you know? Are you going somewhere and eating for free?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yep.
It's probably more like getting to the front of everywhere.
See?
Because it'd be young dudes like with dreads that work everywhere.
Yeah,
so
man.
They'd be like, oh, that's my nigga Wiz. Let him up here.
They do. And I tell people, I'm like, man, I don't know everybody. Like, I don't know these people, but I know that security guard right there.
Exactly.
Or that security guard know me.
Yeah.
Like, man, can you go to the Laker game without a ticket and get in?
For sure. If I wanted to.
You know that, huh?
Yeah. I'll be up in a box somewhere. I'll finesse. They'd be like, man, that's Wiz, man. Let him through, man.
Hey,
what
man,
are you doing?
How great is that? And not overusing it, but how, and at least you recognize it.
Yeah.
Like, the only place my wife asked me to turn it on at is at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Other than that, she cool. But if we at Disneyland, she had baby, she have to recognize you.
Yeah, people make phone calls on my behalf, and then they get curved. And I'm like, go ahead, drop the name.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, yeah, well, you should have just said so before.
Yeah, man.
We got this, we got that. We got this, we got that.
And you got to think like you're world famous. You know what I'm saying? I'm regionally famous. And some people know myself on YouTube, right? So even with me, like my wife, she was like, yeah, we'll go to a restaurant. She's like, yeah, baby, it's like a 40-minute wait. Then I'll walk in and be like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Well, that 40 minutes.
Yeah. But with you, I would be like, because I would give you my seat. Like, hey, that's Wiz. Go ahead, man. Go ahead of me.
Nah, they be having seats. It's just you got to motivate them.
Yeah. Well, at least you know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna start using your name too.
Yeah.
Like,
just
be
roll
here like 15 minutes. You tell me to sit down.
Just have me pull up. Just roll the window down and roll it back up.
Hey man, but you know what I love about that is that you notice it.
Yeah.
And you don't mind talking about it.
Yeah.
Because we all got a privilege, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, at least mine is cool. Like, people want to look out for me.
Yeah.
And it's a positive thing. Like a lot of people, like my music might change their life or my story or whatever it is had an impact on them. So it's not even just they doing it for like clout. They're like, yo, that's my dog. Like, you know what I mean? And I would much rather have that respect and reputation, because that's for other people in my life as well. My mom gets treated like that. My son gets treated like that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's in my family, they're going to get that same treatment as well.
Hey, man, speaking of moms, dude, that just to see you smile.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, and that's one of those tap in, like I lost my bro as well. That's one of those songs. You know how there's a song that it feel like somebody wrote that for you because you can identify with it so much. And that's what I was talking about with the album too. There's whatever mood you in. If I want to sit and you got to think, bro, I'm just listening to the album. You know what I'm saying? So with just listening to it, there's times when you want to chill. Or you want to turn up, or you want to get dressed. Right. Like my wife has get dressed music. And then she had, you know, everybody has this soundtrack that you create. And I think that with what you have with this project, man, is you give us those moments. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of those where sometimes people think every time like big boy, ding, 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 ding. And then there's sometimes you're just like, nah, this is me. Right. And I think you created that kind of project for us, bro.
Thank you.
You know, and when we said it's really by design.
Thank you.
You know, do you ever miss the noise? You know how sometimes you can back away or you don't be on tour. Do you miss that, or you take that as quality time?
Like not being active?
Yeah.
No, I don't miss it when I'm away. I value both. I love the chaos because a lot of great things happen when you're there, but I use my downtime to prepare for that. And I know how important it is to just build my energy up for that, so I'm able to sustain while I'm doing all that stuff. But the older that I've gotten, I just realize how much, how important the balance is. And on the end where I'm, at home taking care of my kids and just chilling and not really doing too much during the day, those are the days that make me stronger and make me, make me better and make me able to do what I'm able to do later. So, yeah. And then sometimes when I'm on the road, I kind of just miss being at home too. Right. Like I miss my schedule. I love my regular life. Like I love waking up at a certain time, going to the gym, coming home, eating lunch, taking a nap. Like, you know what I mean? I love that regular, just chill, normal life.
I want to add the cold plunge as well. Hey, man, how do you get Wiz privacy?
Wiz privacy.
Yeah.
I don't even think that really exists. Yeah. I don't think that exists because I wake up in the morning and, well, when I was making this album, I did disconnect from social media for like 2.5 months where I didn't even scroll. I didn't do anything, but that was really to just use myself as inspiration for the music and highlight my own best moments and just fill out what I like about myself the most. And, when I was ready to get back on social media, it was just for work. It wasn't for like, it's not to like show you anything other than what I'm.
Be like, oh, Wiz had tacos today. Like, this dude got Taco Tuesday. But yeah, because we show everything, man. That you got to have some kind of privacy too.
Yeah, but I don't think I get privacy just because I got kids. Like you don't got privacy when you got kids.
Yeah, man. Don't I know it?
Yeah,
yeah, man. It's crazy because to this day, I don't think my kids know me and their mom do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you gotta you gotta sneak.
You gotta be stealthy.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. And you and the queen, y'all in the same household?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you have a smoke room? Or you go outside,
smoke everywhere.
in the wilderness? Yeah. Just be out there with a mountain lion.
With a big fur coat on.
With some boxers and flip flops. Hey man, is it fun being Wiz Khalifa?
It's really fun.
Let me tell you what I love about you too, bro. I always tell people, character is what's being said about you when you're not in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're in the room, anybody can say the best things about you. When you're out of people's presence, Wiz, people speak so well about you.
Thank you.
And I never heard somebody say something like crazy sideways, or even when they look around at the pictures, you'll hear, oh, that's Wiz, that's my man. Like, and that takes a lot because the first thing by hater nature or whatever it is, we want to talk shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
The album's whack. They ain't even heard it. The arms are folded when you come out. That's
Yeah.
that for some reason by design. That's what we've become.
Yeah.
So when you hear someone, and hopefully we don't attract that.
Yeah.
But when you hear someone say, "No, Wiz,"
Yeah.
that's a lot of tuition into the school of that experience
For
too,
sure.
man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And it just goes like, I bring out the best experiences in people's lives. Whether you have that experience from my music or whether you have that experience when you meet me, it's always going to be a good one. It's going to be a pleasant one. And I'm really proud of that, and I'm really happy to, that other people could say that about me too.
Right. I'm going to start sending people up to you when you with your kids.
Yeah.
When you with your kids and when you out.
Yeah.
Go to them now.
Yeah.
Go on
Get
up to
out.
them.
I'll still be nice. I'll be like, hey, brother.
Hey, man, for this album right here, man, do you know how to tap into like the zone of like a matter daddy for a project like this?
A what?
A matter daddy. Do you tap into that?
Come on, man. What's the matter, daddy?
Nothing.
Okay, yeah,
What's the
there
matter with
go.
you? Oh, nothing.
I knew it was going to happen. I wanted to go there.
Right.
I wanted to figure it out. We had to see that all the way through.
Right, yeah. Thank you, man. Hey, I don't know if that was real or charity, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was real or if he faked it for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what it was, but thank you for at least getting. He was like, yeah, all right, big, matter daddy. I saw you get Ice Spice for that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, you still doing that old shit? Man, if a dog in a pie cost had a race.
We did
No, I
that.
know. Hey, man, Ani was like, you think he'll fall for it again? I was like, nah, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. But just for clickbait and social media. You ready? Hey, Wiz, if a dog in a pie cost had a race, which one would you think would win?
What's a pie cost?
How about $12? Oh! Got him. Hey, man, to keep it real with you guys, we edited that up. Thanks, man. Hey, man, you know how to make me look good. You always did know how to make me look good, man. Hey, man, but I definitely want to thank you for coming into the show,
man.
bro.
No, thank you for having me.
And I'm telling you, man, you got amazing energy.
Thank you.
And I want to send Louis down there to fight with you.
Hell no.
Louis get down there and spar with you, man.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
Kick me out of the room.
Do you have a bucket list, Wiz?
I don't.
Why?
Dang, why don't I have a bucket list? Because I think like my life experiences are just gonna keep going. When you have a list, you just scratching things off, and then you might not have any more goals or aspirations.
Right. Can you imagine get to the bottom? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, for real. I just live for that day. Like I live for each day. As long as I have an amazing day, I do write down my goals for the day,
right,
and the things that I want to do. But like a lot of them are small things, like feed the dog, like
yeah,
call your,
but at least
call your mom.
At least you don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, feed the dog, ding. Let me see if I fed the dog. All right, I got that. Called mom. Oh, drunk all my water. Yeah, because sometimes you set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
So just small little things.
Yeah.
And daily things. Have you been to Dubai?
I have.
Yeah. See, that's on my bucket list.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. And I've did all the small ones. I've been to like Burbank.
Yeah.
I've been to Santa Monica. I've been to Venice, California.
Remember you went to Paris?
Which one? Paris, California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Paris. Perris. You know what I'm saying? Perris. But yeah, man, like there's just some things that I feel like I want to do. But do you ever trip, Wiz, that a lot of things, like when you say, oh, I've been to Dubai, that your creativity, your art took you there?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy, right?
It bugs me out a lot. I never would have thought, like, when I started rapping, that's what was going to happen. And that's where it takes you. And these are the opportunities, and these are the places that you go, people that you meet. But yeah, it does bug me out and it trips me out. It's a blessing. I'm always grateful. That's the reason I conduct myself the way that I do, because I'm super duper grateful. And I think, some people, when it comes and it goes, they love it when it's gone.
Right.
They don't love it in the moment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I remember when I was in high school, I knew I was going to miss school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people are like, man, I can't wait to get out of here.
Right.
I knew. Like, I'm an in the moment guy. And I was like, no, I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, it's going to get serious when you get out there, too.
Yeah, I'm super appreciative.
Hey, man, Wiz, are you bigger than what you imagine?
Yes. Yeah, way bigger than what I imagined.
So when you first start, you know what I'm saying, and we'll say, oh, you know, it's just this young guy.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to get noticed kind of on the block regionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you are bigger, and not that you knew you couldn't get there.
Right.
But you're like, damn.
Yeah, I just never knew what this level of success felt like. I knew what it looked like, but I never knew what it would feel like to actually have music that changed people's lives and that I could perform all over the world forever.
Yeah, man.
And when I first started rapping, it was just to be the best rapper, like to be the coolest dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But pick up little things from here and there.
Yeah. And then I just started to learn, like, you know, just through keep releasing music and just falling in love with music, and just through my love for music and creating and my fans and wanting to get better and just, you know, learning marketing and how things work, you know, with the industry and social media, and now you got the algorithm and all of these things. It's just so much stuff.
But you paid attention.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to like really stay on top of and keep you sharp. And I think just my love for that grind and that information, it's what multiplied into the, you know, the worth of Wiz Khalifa. But I never knew that I would build my worth so much just through learning these things.
Hey, man, did you and Snoop not like Young, Wild, and Free at first? Am I tripping?
I watched a clip of that, and that came off wrong because it wasn't like we didn't like it, because Bruno is a genius. And I don't know, hell no. He might have not have liked the song when he wrote it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're like, no.
But we did look at it, because coming from where I was coming from, like a mixtape standpoint, and then Snoop being like, you know, king of the West Coast, it was just a little bit too poppy for either of us to consider on our own. You know what I mean? That's the politically correct way for me to say that we thought it was whack.
Who turned or who said just try it?
Snoop said just try it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Snoop's idea to just try it because, like I said, it was just a little bit too orchestrated for either of our taste individually. So for me, it didn't sound like a song that I would ever do. And for him, I don't think that he thought it was a song that he would do. But when we brought ourselves together, he was like, man, let's just do this song.
Did it open you up for taking more so-called chances?
Absolutely, 100%. Because that is one of the songs that is forever. And I can perform that song forever across the world, no matter where I'm at. And it definitely opened me up to my own potential. I didn't even see my own potential to make those hit records like that. Excuse me, because I didn't see it for myself. And I didn't see myself as somebody who would be able to embody or even represent that. But when it came off to the fans, they loved it. And when people see that on TV, or they remember Mac and Devin Go to High School, the movie, or any of that, you know, the legacy that's attached to it is something that I'm really proud of. It's not anything that I feel like I compromised or shouldn't have done. Like, it's something I'm super duper proud of. So that's definitely a standout moment in taking, you know, me to the next level.
Is that scary too, though?
What?
When you have that kind of success with something that you were like, man, this isn't us, but it became genuine. But when you get such a hit record, do you feel like, okay, damn, is that a direction I gotta go? Or at that moment?
I didn't feel like that at all. I didn't feel like the scariness or any fear towards leaning that way with those types of records, because I've always felt a good blend between my music and other genres of music.
Yeah.
Even Say Yeah had the Alice DJ sample in it. It was a techno sample in there. So I think my natural kind of thing was to blend genres. But just at that time, I was coming off of Kush and Orange Juice. I was touring. So I wasn't making those types of records. I wasn't even into that type of stuff. But it's a skill of mine to be able to, you know, still deliver what I'm known for on a bigger record, on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And bring my fan base along with me as well. Like I'm saying, like I said, and will always say, is about my fans first. So if I make a song and people like it, it's not because people who don't know me like it. It's because the people who love me like it. They're the ones who support it and make it cool and make it, what it's supposed to be.
And that's what we see. Like when I See You Again, like those are records that's just
because
effing massive.
Just speaking about that, like See You Again, so big with the point where I remember Taylor Swift brought you out.
Yeah,
at one of her tours to the masses.
She better have. And that's Taylor Swift don't validate this brother, man.
Yeah, man, I thought that was so dope.
What are you talking about? Before I get you out of here, man, because I got things to do. No, I'm just Wiz, I want you to vision this.
Okay.
You're on a raft in the middle of the ocean.
High.
All right.
You're high. You look in the ocean. You see two people floating. You can only bring one person up. You look in the ocean. You see Snoop Dogg and you see Ty Dolla $ign.
Dang.
Who do you pull up? The other one's not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? But who do you pull up?
I'm gonna jump off and let Snoop and Ty get the raft.
You can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Because you need to go home to Bash and KK. You know
I'm gonna swim home. Snoop can't swim.
He can't. Are you serious? This black motherfucker. Are you serious? I've been on dog for like 3 decades. Dog can't swim.
I never seen dogs swim a day in my life.
I don't think I have either.
I seen them do everything.
Hey man, that's why he went to none of those swimming events in Paris during the Olympics.
Oh yeah, he was doing that Michael Phelps thing, and they were both trying to swim. Remember, he was giving them swimming lessons.
So was he in the water?
Yeah, he was in the water.
But was he standing or was his feet up?
He was standing.
Okay,
a little
damn.
bit of these.
All right. He was waiting for them to yell, "Cut! We got it."
That's hilarious.
Keep me out this motherfucker, cuz. Wiz Khalifa, thank you for coming into the neighborhood, man. Kush and orange juice too. Thank you, man, and your spirit is amazing, brother. God willing, we'll see you again.
Thank you.
All right, and I'll see you when I'm doing one of them. What am I doing? A microdose.
Let's
do it, bro. EDC, we microdose at EDC.
None of them say, "Hey, Big, are you going to the gym today? Have you got your protein intake?" I say mushrooms. Do it. Do it, bro.
Get the content.
Yeah.
Use the squad.
You have one on you? Come on, let's do it right now, Wiz. What? All I got to do, somebody got to take me to the house. I don't know. You got one on you? Okay.